Welcome back to Sports for Real. I'm your host, Coach Hall. I apologize for my voice. I came down with a bug or something and it just got me all froggy for a couple of days. So I'm going to try to get through this. Real quick to the point, I want to talk about Jackson State. It's clear that they have the best team in the conference. And the problem about that is we can't prove how good they are. Why? Because the SWAC doesn't allow their champions a true opportunity to be the best on their level. What do I mean by that? The FCS playoffs begin the same week as Thanksgiving. The SWAC championship game is until the second round of the playoffs, which is December 3rd, which means that if Jackson State is penciled into the championship game, they're already playing in week 2 of the playoffs. So even if they won the game, they can't be allowed to play in the playoffs because it's too late. The only alternative to that is to have the second place Eastern Division team take Jackson's place and allow them to go to the playoffs. So as good as they are and as much talent they have amassed, and they figure they can compete with the Division 1 level teams, the lower level teams, then they should be allowed to go to the FCS playoffs to see just how good they are. They should be able to compete with the North Dakota States and the Sam Houstons, but we're never going to find that out. And that is by no coincidence. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when the major black schools, the HBCUs, they were going to form a super conference. They're going to have 8 teams from the West and 8 teams from the East. Basically, MEA and SWAC was going to combine and create a super conference to compete on the D1 level. Had they been able to do that and been successful, then a team like Jackson State, with what they have now, would have been allowed to go on and play in the playoffs or make the bowl game. But due to the SWAC's bylaws, they could care less about the playoffs because they're making big money with the game with Southern and Grambling on TV after Thanksgiving. So that's far more important to them than putting the team out there to go play for a FCS championship. But now that they're so good, they're talking about how great they are. No, I don't really want to hear about how you would do on a bowl level when you don't even allow your teams to compete in the FCS level championships. So that's just my thought. Is Jackson good enough? Yes. But are they on the same level with the other teams? We would never be able to find out because of the way the SWAC does things. So they can't come out now and say, well, we should be doing this and doing that. Well, you close the door on that with the way you schedule things. So that's just my thought on the situation. This is Sports for Real.